This is my last letter. There will be no others. This is the last great cloud that will rain upon you. After this, you will never again know the rain. This is the last drop of wine in my cup. There will be no more drunkenness. This is the last letter of madness, the last letter of childhood. After me, you will no longer know the purity of youth, the beauty of madness. I have loved you like a child running from school, hiding birds and poems in his pockets. With you, I was a child of hallucinations, distractions, contradictions. I was a child of poetry and nervous spit and writing. As for you, you were a woman of Eastern ways, waiting for her fate to appear in lines of the coffee cups. How miserable you were, my lady. After today, you won't be in the blue notebooks, in the pages of the letters, in the cry of the candles, in the mailman's bag. You won't be inside the children's sweets, in the colored kites. You won't be in the pain of the letters, in the pain of the poems. You have exiled yourself from the gardens of my childhood. You are no longer poetry. All words in the dictionaries, letters, and novels died. I want to discover a way to love you without words. I want to discover a way to love you without words. Your departure is not a tragedy. I am like a willow tree that always dies while standing. The 2 years you were my lover are the two most important pages in the book of modern love. All the pages before and after were blank. These pages are the lines of the equator, passing between your lips and mine. They are the measures of time that are used to set the clocks of the world. When you find the man who transforms every part of you into poetry, who makes each one of your hairs into a poem, I'll make each one of your hairs into a poem. When you find a man capable as lamb of bathing and adorning you with poetry, I will beg you to follow with him without hesitation. Just follow me without hesitation. Then you belong to me, or him that you belong to poetry. If you belong to your poetry, speaking to thee, the mystery entity. Speaking through thee is the mystery entity. David, you are a mystery entity. And on, always on and on. Away from you, parted by a light parting, going from one another 10,000 li, each in a different corner of the world. The way between is difficult and long. Face to face, how shall we meet again? The Tartar horses prefers the north wind. The bird from you nests on the southern branch. Since we part of the time is already long. Daily my clothes hang looser. Round my waist floating clouds obscure the white sun. The wandering one has quite forgotten home. Thinking of you has made me suddenly old. The months and years swiftly draw to their close. I'll put you on my mind and forget forever and ever. Stop rapping never. I'll forget forever and ever. Stop rapping never. Green, green, the grass by the riverbank. Grass by the riverbank, thick of the willow trees in the garden. Sad, the lady in the tower. White, sitting in the casement window, fair. Her red powder face, small. She puts out her pale hand. Once she was a dancing house person, a dancing house girl. Now she is wandering man's wife. The wanderer man went, but did not return. His heart alone to keep an empty bed. His heart alone to keep an empty bed. Green, the cypress of the mount. Firm, the boulder and the stream. A man's life lived within this world as spins in a world and it swirls and it twirls. A man's life in this world, it's like the sojourning, her traveler. A cup of wine together will make us glad, and a little friendship is no longer yoke in my chariot. I urge my stubborn horses. I wander about the streets of Juan and Low. Well, there I go, spitting notes into them. Well, there I go, spitting notes into them. The caps and bells go seeking each other out. Great boulevards are intersected by lanes, wherein are the townhouses of royal dukes. The two pals stare at each other from afar, wrapped from afar. Well, between gates rise 100 feet by prolonging of a beast. Let us keep our hearts gray. And leave no room for sadness to creep in. You gave your heart away. David, you gave your soul away. The demon stole your soul and he flew away. A cherry blossom always falls at the right time. A praying mantis is not to be trusted with a grasshopper. She is so young. A single dark curly hair stuck to the soap is all that she has left behind. A storm is coming. Light splits the night, but you are here already. A winter day yields itself to spring for just a moment. Arms and legs entwined, fighting and loving much the same as a new fallen snow. Is a martin peer as the spring bud is ready to blossom. The young beauty awaits her prince. As the sun arose a thick flock of cranes flew from the island. Years pass, the loud cries of desire settle into the minds of the young. At 2 o'clock, even the moon has gone to bed. At 2 o'clock, David, even the moon has gone to bed. It's 3 o'clock, David, even the damn moon has went to bed. You're rapping uncontrollably again. I can't sleep when I know I'm spitting my poems beneath the silk kimono. I am naked. Why are you not here, or there, or anywhere? Early morning glows in the faint, a shimmer, a first light choked with sadness. I help you into your clothes, even though the house is a mess. My wife doesn't mind. She thinks it is her. How tragic. The right persimmon laying on the ground, uneaten. Won't you return soon? I love you to the moon and back. Say a word, I'll throw a lasso around the moon and pull it down. Abbott and Costello. Spitting never-ending poetry, don't you know? Well, there if I go. A drapeless window cries. Laughter turns to emptiness. U-Haul moves our lives. Well, the frigid air suffocates slow of a crimson heart sash of tears. Well, there I go drinking these beers, a stripped cold feeling, the human empty shell shown when dark angel weeps. A beauty incarnate, happiness radiates, tears silently flowing. The silence can deceive. One's quiet to understand, never to destroy, sleeping in sorrow. If I don't awake tomorrow, then all will be well. A wind, a beat and lashing, against such beauty still shows. Even roses strive, the crazy old quilt, she was piercing together just before the stroke. Well, there if I go, well, don't you know? The notes begin from echoing out of your phone. Do re mi fa sol la ti do do. A dear, a female dear. A do re mi fa sol la ti do. There I go spitting notes into my phone. Dead my old fine hopes and dry my dreaming, but still iris a blue each spring. Snow falls and deepens on bamboo grass. How lovely to dance. Well, the cold was our pride. Snow, the ice was our beauty. It fell and fell, lacing day and night together in a milky haze, making everything quieter as it fell. So that winter seemed to partake of a religion in a way no other season did. Hush solemn, all heaven and earth, flowered white obliterate, snow unseasoned snow. Well, there if I go, green herbs grow green, and the snow we met do. One must have a mind of winter to regard the frost and the ice, and the boughs of the pine trees crusted with snow, the ice, and have been cold as ice, a long time to behold all junipers shagged with ice, the spruces rough, and the distant glitter of the January sun, and not to think of any misery in the sound of the wind, and the sound of a few leaves, which is the sound of the land, full of the same wind that is blowing in the same bare place. For the listener who listens in the snow, and nothing but himself beholds, nothing but himself beholds, nothing that is not there, and the nothing that is, the darkening sea, a wild dark calls, and a blur of the whiteness. Whoa, a dying swan, on the dawn you danced before me, although your eyes were dark and stormy, I stood still. A single cormorant, why do a foghorn, leghorns, foghorns always sound lonely in the dawn? A 4 o'clock and the fog comes in. We all remember the sea leads to the foghorns, the foghorn leghorn, like an egg roll. Our lonesome story, let them sustain the heavy note. Well, there I go. Yes, that is a ray of sunlight, filtering in low through the morning fog. A dark octal flame with some flare of yellow rose. A light held in the deepest blue. Speaking telepathically from Jesus in the heavens to you. I'm speaking telepathically from Jesus Christ in the heavens to you.